Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all a bronzy glowy summer makeup look. This is my everyday makeup that I love to do for the summer. So the first thing I do is moisturize my face. I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. I like to make sure to have a really good hydrating moisturizer before I start my makeup. So after I moisturize my face, I go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. In my opinion, this is the best primer that I have ever used. So all I do is I kind of rub in circles and I'll press it in to my skin, like kind of pat it in to fill up all the pores. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is my Liquid Glow. I like to put this on before my foundation or mix it in with my foundation. I'm using my BoxyCharm one, but you can find them at the drugstore. I'll link some in my description box below if you're having trouble finding some. But all I do is I just put some dots on my face like that. And this just gives you that extra glow with your foundation. And I cannot do my makeup without this. It gives such a nice glow to your makeup at the end. I just use my sponge. You can use a brush also. It just depends on preference. And I just blend it in. Some people like to just highlight your cheekbones. I like to highlight my whole face, so I put it all over. So next I'm going to be applying foundation. I love the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I love to use this foundation because it has SPF and it doesn't have that cakey, heavy feeling to it. So I love to use this foundation in the summer. So I'm just going to apply this in dots all over my face. But this foundation gives a really nice glow to your skin also. And I'm going to be going in with my Real Technique sponge. You can use a foundation brush if you prefer that. And I'm just going to blend that in. So next I'm going to be going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So I'm just going to be applying this underneath my eyes, on my nose, on my forehead, cupid's bow, chin, and I'm going to blend that with my Real Technique sponge. I'm also going to put that on my eyelid to prime it. This is my favorite concealer. It blends so nicely, covers really good, and it doesn't feel like super cakey on my skin. So now that I look like a ghost, it's time to bronze my face. I use the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. I'm just going to be taking my bronzer brush. It just looks like this. And I'm going to be dipping in. And I'm just going to pat it on to my face. I'm not going to rub it because I don't want to shift my foundation and remove it. So I'm just going to gently pat it into my skin to blend it. And I like to take it really in on my cheeks to give it a really nice bronze look. Now I'm going to apply it to my forehead. And with cream bronzers, you can choose to either set it or not set it. I personally like to set it. I love to set my makeup. I don't like to just let it like this. But you totally can if you want to. So I'm adding the Fenty Beauty Cream Blush. And mine's in 02 Petal Poppin'. And I'm using the Fenty Beauty 125. And I'm just going to dip in and do the same thing like I did with the bronzer. And I'm just going to lightly press it in. This blush is such a pretty shade. I love it. And then I'm just going to blend everything out again. So now I'm going to be using my Maybelline 05 Fair Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This is such a good setting powder. This is my favorite. And I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes to set it. Just going to set my chin, my forehead, just to highlight those areas. And now I'm going to use my Anastasia loose setting powder. It's in vanilla. And I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This one's by e.l.f. I'm just going to dip into the loose powder, tap off the excess. And I'm just going to lightly just go over my face just to set all that cream. And I use the Maybelline powder for this one. I like to give myself an even more bronzy look, so I'm going to add some powdered bronzer. I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe JH02 bronzing brush. This is the best bronzer brush ever. It's my favorite. And I'm just going to apply that. Like, this bronze and contours your face at the same time using this brush. I'm just going to go in and lightly just bronze my face up just to warm it up even more. And I always put bronzer on my neck because my neck does not tan. It's so white and pale. It's ridiculous. But I'm just going to bronze my neck so it can match my whole body and my face. So the next thing I do is I take that bronzer and I take a fluffy blending brush. I'm using the Morphe E27. And I'm taking that bronzer. I'm going to dip in. And I'm going to put it on my eyelid as eyeshadow. And it just gives it a really natural eyeshadow look if it matches the bronzer on your face. And plus it's really easy. And now I'm going to be adding my blush. I use the Milani powder blush in 08 Tea Rose. And I'm using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH04 blush brush. I'm just going to dip in and apply it to my cheeks. And I'm going to apply a highlighter. My favorite is the Anastasia Glow Kit. And I'm going to be using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH09 highlighting brush. And I'm going to dip into the shade Summer and Moonstone. And just apply it. I'm just going to apply it on my cheekbones. Just very lightly and just build it up. And I'm going to apply it a little bit on my forehead. And I'm going to take some on my finger, apply it to my nose. And my cupid's bow. And now I'm going to be taking my Ofra highlighter. I'm going to be taking the white highlighting shade right here on my pencil brush. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner. And I'm drawing it underneath my eye and a little bit above. Then I'm going to be taking this shade right here, the next lightest one, and I'll be applying that all over my lid. And I just use my finger for this. And it just gives a really nice bronzy glow to your lid. And then I'm going to be using the white highlighting shade to highlight my brow bone. And now I'm going to be using my heated eyelash curler. I cannot live without a heated eyelash curler. If you don't have one, you need one. I think they sell them on Amazon, but I cannot go back to a regular eyelash curler because my eyelashes grow straight and some grow down. So whenever I curl my eyelashes, they never stay curled, and the heat really makes sure that your eyelashes will stay curled all day. Now I'm going to be applying my mascara. I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. It doesn't clump up my lashes. It doesn't weigh them down. I really love this mascara. I hate when a mascara is so heavy it weighs down my lashes. The difference mascara makes. Something that I really like to do after I apply my mascara, I get my fingers and very lightly just press your eyelashes up. I find that it helps curl my eyelashes even more. I don't know if it really does. I feel like it does, so I do it. I'm gonna brush out my eyebrows. I personally don't really like to fill in my eyebrows all the time. If I do, I'll use a tinted brow gel. I'm just using my e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel to set them in place. So for lipstick, I'm going to show y'all some of my faves that I really love to wear. So one of my favorites is the Wet n Wild Caught You Bare Naked Liquid Catsuit. I also love the Iconic London, and it's a lip plumping gloss in Lovestruck. This is one of my favorites to wear. It's such a beautiful shade. The next lip gloss that I really love to wear is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. These are amazing. If you hate lip gloss because of that sticky feeling, you will really love the Gloss Balm. It does not give that really tacky, sticky feeling. I hate that with lip glosses. And if you want something more of a dark color, you're not into like the pinks and nudes, this has like a nice brown to it. It's in the shade Cookie. It's by it's by ColourPop. It's their lippy stick. I really love this one. The formula with it is really good. For this look, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild and my Iconic London. So I'm going to apply my Wet n Wild first just to get that nude base, because this by itself can be a little too light. And now I'm going to apply my Iconic London lip gloss. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video next Sunday. Bye!